Welcome to the Pets Rule Show. I'm your host, Mr. Animal Lover, and today, Tariff Shock 2025. Vet bills, pet meds, and supplies are soaring. Act now. All right, everything's going up, up, except our paychecks, right? From food to pet food. When I say food, I mean human food, pet services, pet medication, everything that has to do with pets is going up. Charlie, do you agree or do you disagree? Tell the camera if you agree. Give me a lick if you agree. You lick? Okay, you agree. All right, Charlie agrees. He missed me today. He jumped on me when I walked in. All right, we're going to have a good show today, this entire week. It's going to be about how everything's going up. We can blame it on tariffs or we can just blame it on greedy companies who don't want to keep their prices low. And we'll find out what it is, right? By the way, happy Labor Day. Yesterday was Labor Day, Monday. Charlie, relax. I got a show to do. Yesterday was Monday. And happy Labor Day. Hopefully, everyone got back safely home. They're not stuck on airports or traffic. But I hope everyone had a great Labor Day. This is Bob, by the way. Bob, say hi. Hi, Bob. Give a little. And this is Charlie. There you go. So let's get the show started. Prices at the vet counter are creeping up. They're surging. Welcome to Tariff Shock 2025, where new imports, costs, and supply chain pressures are driving higher vet bills, pricier pet meds, and steeper checkout totals. For everyday essentials like food, litter, and flea tick, toys, grooming, and boarding, if you're a dog or a cat parent, watching your budget stretch thinner each month, this episode is your action playbook to stay ahead of the spike without sacrificing care. In plain language, we'll decode what's happening and show how you can fight back today. You will learn vet visit defense tactics, exact phrases to get itemized estimates, right size diagnostics, and bundle services so you're paying for what your pet needs, not hidden fees. We'll cover RX prices, slashers, how to ask for generics, that's generic pet medication, secure a written script to price shop, stack auto ship discounts with memberships, and grab 90-day refills that cut per dose cost. You'll master smart supply buys, when to stock up and when to skip, and how to compare made in USA versus imports by cost per unit and ingredient quality, not just the label. What will you learn? With power moves you can use today. Vet visit defense, cut exam, vaccine, and lab costs with these strategies. Book smart, not late. Schedule routine care midweek, not mid-month. Many clinics run quiet hours, and they will avoid urgent visit add-ons. So that's one way to cut your vet expenses, right? Ask for an itemized estimate up front. Say, can you break out exam, vaccine, labs, and fees so I can approve line by line? You will spot extras, biohazard, rush, tech time before they land on your bill. All right, let me give you a snack. You behave so well. Let me give you a snack. This has a mix. I'm going to give you a bacon snack. All right, let's go with a bacon. Let's go with a bacon. There you go. Let's go with a bacon. Go eat that. Good boy. So one way to, when you go to the vet bill, you can try to reduce your bill is by asking for your bill up front and then itemize your bill line by line. Listen, if you don't agree with a charge or you want to avoid a certain charge, you itemize your bill. Just like you go to the supermarket, right? Think about it like this. When you go to the supermarket and shop, you're itemizing your bill because you're deciding what you're going to buy and not buy up front, right? I'm going to buy milk or I'm not going to buy milk. I'll buy a gallon, I'll buy half a gallon of milk to save money. You decide, right? So let's do the same thing when you go to the vet. Itemize your bill, ask them to give you your bill up front for whatever charges you are going to receive for the services they want to charge you. And then you decide, okay, I want this service or I don't want this service. Right size diagnostics for healthy pets. Ask what's essential today versus nice to have. Prioritize core vaccines and targeted labs charges based on age, condition instead of blanket automatic charges, right? In other words, depending on your pet's age, they might not need a vaccine right away, or at the time you're bringing them in for the vet, maybe that vaccine can be given at the end of the year instead of mid-year or beginning of year. So you decide. This all comes down to the age of your pet, how healthy your pet is, and you're sitting down with your veterinarian. Obviously, they would go over with you. But these are ways you can minimize your veterinarian bill. Leverage low cost clinics. Pair your main vet with community vaccine wellness clinics for boosters and microchips. Keep your primary vet for exams and medical issues. Okay, so now I told you that a lot of large non-for-profits, such as the ASPCA and any local non-for-profit in your town, your state, uh, maybe you can use them for cheaper vaccines, low-cost vaccines, instead of getting it at your veterinarian, who's probably going to charge you a little bit more because, again, there's a big difference. You have a non-for-profit who is trying, trying to make sure that all pets are safe and vaccinated, and then you have your vet who, they went to school, they get their license, and it's a private veterinarian. They need to charge, they need to pay the rent, so it's going to be a little bit more. But you have to decide, right? Bundle strategy, many hospital discounts, vaccine, microchips. When booked together, always ask for the bundle price. Bring prior records, avoid repeat labs and imaging by emailing full history and recent results 48 hours before your appointment. All right. So again, just like when you go to the store and there's a sale on, let's say, can of certain brand of dog food. Come here. You want to be here with me? You want to be here with me? Come here. Come on. Come on. You want to be here with me? Come on. I'll let you be right there. Lay down right there. So there's every month there's going to be different sales depending on what type of dog food or cat food or whatever pet you have. There's always sales, right? They want to push a certain type of food out early. So it's up to you. You might bundle and buy 12, 24 cans, save, 20, 30 cents per can if you have the money. So you can do the same thing at the veterinarian clinic, bundle your services. Maybe they have a sale a certain week of the month or day, and it might be a little bit cheaper, and you bundle and save a few dollars. Bring prior records, avoid repeat labs and imaging by emailing full history and recent results 48 hours in advance of your appointment. Listen, veterinarians make mistakes too in terms of maybe they forgot that they did a certain type of imaging, or you went on these machines that they have, high-end machines that depending. All this comes down to how sick or how well your pet is. But Always keep your records on hand and make sure you keep detailed records. And this is going to save you money. Wellness plan. Evaluate, don't assume. If your pet needs multiple visits, a plan can smooth costs. Just confirm there's no high cancellation fee and that services match your pet's needs. What do you get from that? Well, listen, if you're a brand new pet owner, whether you adopted or you purchased a pet, remember that insurance is sometimes the best way to go in terms of saving. So if you can get a great insurance at a discount, go ahead and get it. And we have shows where we show you how to price compare insurance depending on your pet and breed. And listen, I've heard them all. Obviously, you pay a lot of insurance up front. Your pet's healthy first couple of years, 5, 6 years. Once they start hitting that stretch at the end of their years, right? 8, 9, 10. That's when sickness starts kicking in, and whatever they're gonna get it at their end. And yes, insurance only pays so much. However, it's always great to have insurance, pet insurance, just like you have human insurance. Because listen, if God forbid your pet gets hurt, swallows something they're not supposed to swallow, a toy, you can save a lot of money up front because they will cover 1,000, 2,000, depending what it is, emergency surgery, what it is, you will save. If you require that emergency surgery. All right, RX prices. Pet medication. Oh yes, that can cost you a wallet full of money. Generics, televet scripts, membership hacks that work. Ask for generic medication by name. Is there a therapeutic equivalent generic for this med? Generics and human equivalents, when your vet approves, can slash prices by a lot. There's a difference between generics, just like you take human medication and then they have generics and they have the name brand. You're talking about $5-10 difference per pill, per pet medication, even human medications. There's a difference between generics and name brand, so you can save off the back a lot of money. So think about generics. Get a written prescription. You're legally allowed to price shop. Request a written script to compare local, big box, and online pharmacies. We did a few shows where I showed you where Amazon now, if you're a member, they do generic and name brand price medication. You're going down? Go ahead. There you go. You can go on to Amazon. You can go on to there's a lot of Sam's Club, Costco now. They're all doing it for pet medication. So price compare definitely can save you a lot of money. You want to come back up? You want to come back up? Come on. Come on. All right. Auto fill and membership stack. Combine auto ship with clinic or retailer memberships for double discounts. Many also run first order promos. 90-day supplies when appropriate. Fewer dispensing fees, fewer trips, lower per dose costs. That's a big one. If you can get a higher supply in terms of 90-day supply, 60-day supplies, you'll save money in terms of going back in and having the pharmacist refill. That's what you're paying for, right? Having to call your vet to get a refill. So ask for that. Compounding pharmacies for odd doses when pills don't fit. Ask your vet about compounded versions, often cheaper than brand name liquids and chews. Televet RX perks. Some Televet memberships include discounted pharmacy pricing and free follow-ups. Great for refills and seasonal meds. All right. We're having a great show. We're talking about Tariff Shocks 2025, vet bills, pet meds, supplies are soaring. Act now. Come on, Charlie. You want to come? No? Supply smart buys, when to stock up, when to skip, and when to buy USA versus imports. Stock up on perishables during promos. Target 8 to 12 weeks of food, litter, poop bags, and supplements when prices drop. Rotate stock to keep it fresh. You don't want to give your cat, dog, whatever pet you have, expired pet food. Skip single serve markups. Treat jars, bulk chews, and multi packs. Beat serve pouches on cost per unit every time. Made in USA versus imports. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that later on in the show. Domestic products can dodge some tariffs and freight volatility, but not always. Cheap, compare unit per price and ingredient quality, not just the flag on the label. Cost per meal math. Win budget. A $55 bag with 100 cups equals 55 cents per meal. If your dog eats 1 cup meal, compare buy per cost meal, not bag price. Subscribe, then cancel if needed. Lock promo pricing with subscribe and save. Then adjust or cancel after delivery. No guilt, just savings. Don't feel guilty if you're taking advantage, right? Grooming, boarding, savings, timing, tactics, bundle deals, hidden fees to avoid. Book off-peak. Tuesday through Thursday mornings are less busy. Ask for weekday pricings on first-time specials. Listen, if you want to save money in terms of boarding, ask for discounts. Listen, are there any discounts going on? No shame in that. Some people feel embarrassed, Bundle the basics. Nail trim plus bath sanitary trim in one ticket often costs less than a la carte. Prevent surprise fees. Ask upfront about matting, de-shedding, specialty shampoo, breed upcharges, late pickups, and holiday surcharges. DIY between visits. A 5-minute daily brush saves on demat fees. Quick paw face trim, stretch time between full grooms. Boarding. Bring your own food meds in original containers and labeled bedding can avoid house food charges and extra handling fees. Quick wins you can do today. Copy paste. So compare. So what can you do today to save money? Okay. Charlie, come on. Charlie, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Charlie. Charlie's my dog, Yorkie. Come on. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? All right. What can you do today to win, right? Today, right now, if you're shopping for pet meds, your pet is feeling a little bit sick, you're already on a prescription medication, well, follow the rules that I had just laid out. It's a playbook on how to save money. Compare generic versus brand meds and request a price match. Action. Call your clinic and say, can we switch to a generic or human equivalent option if medically appropriate? Also, do you price match on this medication? Why it works. Clinics often match reputable pharmacy prices. Generics can cut 30 to 70% off RX totals. Use auto ship and subscription promos to lock lower per unit pricing. Action. Add food, litter, and monthly preventatives to auto ship at 4 to 8 week intervals. Stack first order and member discount. I'm going to give you a pro tip. Set reminders to reshop before the second or third shipments. Keep the deal or switch. Let me open the door for Charlie here. Charlie, come here. Come in. Come in. Come in, Charlie. Come on. Come in. All right. He's hanging out by the door. You're going to come in? You're going to say hi? You're going to say hi? Come here. Come here. I love you too. Come here. Come here. Stay here with me. You say hi to the camera. I miss you today too. All right. Bundle wellness services to reduce fees. When booking, ask, what's the price if we bundle exam plus vaccine and microchip in one visit? This is for your vet. Why it works. One tech assist, one check-in, one discharge, lower overhead means better pricing. Buy seasonal flea tick in multi-packs. Split with trusted pet parents. Coordinate with 2 friends, buy a 12-pack and split it, 444. Multi-pack pricing often beats singles by 15 or 30%. Everyone saves. Prioritize nutrient-dense foods with cost per meal math. Action. Compare cups per bag. Choose the option with better CPM and complete nutrition. Example, $65 divided by 110 cups equals 59 cents per meal versus $55, 90 cups equals 61 cents per meal. The $65 bag is actually cheaper per meal. All right. It's time for one of the best parts of the show, confessions. On the screen, you're going to see the Pets Rule Show scan. If you're not a member, please subscribe, right? If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Scan the screen. Pets Rule Show, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 8 p.m., half an hour. Pet education. I'm your host, Mr. Animal Lover. Let's start with our pet confessions. The skipped grooming from Lisa in Detroit. Lisa confessed that she hasn't been able to take her poodle, Daisy, to the groomer in months. Between rent bills and groceries, the grooming costs just don't fit the budget anymore. Lisa admits she's been watching YouTube tutorials and trying to cut Daisy's fur herself. She laughs about the uneven haircut, but deep down, she wishes she could give Daisy the pampering she deserves. Well, Lisa, at least you're trying, right? There are some YouTube tutorials that are better than others. Keep digging deep, and you'll find one where you'll probably get Daisy's haircut. Pet confession number 2, the medicine trade-off from Omar in Phoenix. Omar admitted. You want to go on there? Omar admitted that when his cat Simba needed flea prevention, he had to choose between buying Simba's medicine and filling his own prescription. He chose Simba because he couldn't stand seeing his cat scratch all night. Omar said, I will always find a way for him, but sometimes that means I go without. That's right, Omar. Sometimes we go without, but it's about making our cat's lives a little bit better. Jasmine shared that her beagle, Rosie, I don't want you to jump from there, Charlie. That is pretty high. Come hang out with me. I don't want you to jump from there. You can get hurt. Jasmine shared that her beagle, Rosie, had to go to the emergency vet after swallowing part of a toy. The bill was over $1,200. Jasmine confessed she cried in her car afterward, not just because she was scared for Rosie, but because she had no idea how she'll pay for it. She replied, I put it on 3 credit cards, 3 different credit cards just to save her. Listen, that's why I said sometimes spending a little money on pet insurance can go a long way. Marco, this is from Marco, the skipped shots from Florida. Marco admitted that he delayed his dog Bruno's yearly vaccines because the money just wasn't there. He feels guilty every day, worried something might happen. He said, I love my dog more than anything, but sometimes the cost hit harder than people realize. Marco confessed he's now searching for low-cost clinics, praying he can catch up before it's too late. Well, Marco, You're watching the Pets Rule Show, and I can tell you, uh, nonprofits, large ones and small ones, in Florida where you're from, they have uh, low cost shots, and that's what they're there for. For those that can't afford to go to a standard veterinarian, well, they go there. It's all about making sure your dog is safe. So that's your option and your choice. All right, it's time for Mr. Animal Lover's 1 minute beef. All right, Mr. Animal Lover's 1 minute beef. Here's Mr. Animal Lover's 1 minute beef. Tight, punchy, and camera ready. Are you ready? Pet parents, listen up. Tariff Shock 2025 is punching your wallet in the face. Vet bills, prescriptions are up, vet bills are up, food is up, flea litter tick is up, and I'm done watching families bleed cash because no one hands them a playbook. Well, first, the vet counter. Get an itemized estimate before they touch your pet. Ask, what's essential today and what can wait? Bundle exam, vaccine, bring prior records, and kill those duplicate lab fees. For medications, say generic, generic, generic first and get a written script so you can price shop. Stack auto ship plus membership deals, and when appropriate, grab 90-day refills to crush per dose costs. If your pet needs odd doses, ask about compounding after cheaper than fancy chews. Supplies, stop shopping by big bag price, use cost per meal math, stock non-perishable during promos, split multi-packs with a friend and compare. Made in USA versus import by unit price, not the label. Grooming and boarding, book Tuesday through Thursday mornings, bundle basics and decline surprise add-ons. Holiday late pickup, bring your own label, food and meds. This isn't doom, this is a defense. Use these moves today. If this saved you even $10, subscribe, share with a pet parent who needs a win, and click the bell so that you can stay updated on our next show and on the road events. All right, that's Mr. Animal Lover's 1 minute beef. We're at the end of the show, and before we end, I just want to talk about tariffs, right? Everyone wants to blame the president. Listen, Donald Trump is doing something good for us. He is doing something great for us, great for America. One, protecting American industries. Tariffs make imported goods more expensive, which can encourage consumers and businesses to buy US made products. Trump has argued this protects American manufacturing, steel, aluminum, and farming sectors from cheaper foreign competition. Reducing trade deficits. Listen, we're going to owe everything, even Americans, to foreign countries. He often points to the U.S. trade deficits, importing more than it exports, as a problem. By raising tariffs, the idea is to reduce imports and push other countries to buy more American goods. Leveraging negotiations. Tariffs are also used as a bargaining chip. Trump has applied tariffs on countries like China, Mexico, and Canada to pressure them into renegotiating trade agreements more favorable to the U.S., replacing NAFTA and all these other rules in place that hurt the United States. Punishing unfair practices. America is claims tariffs are a way to fight back against what we see as Americans as unfair trade practices, such as subsidies, intellectual property theft, or currency manipulation by other countries. All these things, right? From punishing unfair practice, leveraging negotiation, reducing trade deficits, and protecting American industry is what tariffs is about. We need to America first, right? United States first. That's what it's about. Let's stop blaming Democrats or Republicans. Let's blame foreign countries for not for taking advantage of America. That's what they're doing, these foreign countries, right? We need to save our institutions, right? Our companies, our big companies, right? And things got to be made in America, right? All right. So my conclusion, here's the truth. Tariff Shock 2025 is not a storm you wait out. It's a tide you navigate with a plan. Start with vet visit defense, book routine care midweek, request a line item, exam vaccines, and microchip if needed to lower overhead and trim fees. Always bring prior records to avoid repeat labs. RX price slashers ask, is there a therapeutic equivalent generic? Generic. Get a written script so you can price shop. Local big box or online pharmacies. Stock, auto ship, membership discounts, and when appropriate, choose 90-day fills to drop the per dose price. For unusual sizes and flavors, check compounding pharmacies, often cheaper than brand name liquids or chews. Smart supply buys, right? Track cost per meal for food and unit price for litter, treats, and supplements. Stock up during promos for 8 to 12 weeks. Skip single serve markups and favor multi packs or bulk jars. Before made in USA versus imports, right? Compare made USA's versus import on price and quantity, not just the flag, but think of America first, right? Use subscribe and save to lock pricing, then change or cancel after delivery if the deal shifts. Last thing, pet news. Don't forget to go to ASPCA, one of the largest non-for-profits. Save pet lives, save animals who are deserted and left hungry. ASPCA. What a great show we had today. What a lovely, beautiful show we had today. This entire week is going to be about the effects of tariffs on our pets. It's hurting our pets, it's hurting families, but we need to charge other countries more money. Why? I just gave you the list, right? Today's show, Tariff Shock 2025, vet bills, pet meds, and supplies are soaring. Act now. How do you act? Well, if you missed the show, you can watch it again on YouTube. Thank you for watching the Pets Rule Show. I'm your host, Mr. Animal Lover, 7:38 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you're not a subscriber, on the screen, you'll see a scan code. Scan it, subscribe, click on that bell so that you can know when we're on the road. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.